Oh. I'm ICEMAN. I'll be playing Silent Hill today. What is the donation incentive winner? Because I'll have to...
Let me double check to make sure there are no snipes coming in. It does not look like it. So we have the UFO is the ending winner.
No. Yeah, we'll have to go with UFO. Awesome. How much did they win by?
$80. The next highest was Bad Plus at $15.
Sounds awesome. All right, I'll be ready with the time. 3, 2, 1, go. So, the UFO ending is a little bit shorter than all the other endings. So you'll get up to the lighthouse, and that's pretty much where the game will conclude. Whereas in a normal playthrough, you would be heading on to the amusement park and nowhere, which is the last area of the game.
Was I?
I can see my friends who really, really wanted to donate just before and snipe it, and they've just missed out, I believe. Now, with the UFO ending as well, you have to beat the game once. Harry, you have to beat the game once on Good Plus ending to unlock the channeling stone. And
What's that?
around 9 PM, good hour ago,
Huh.
I was just finishing up my
going on
dinner,
with that radio?
and I was like, oh wait, did I actually set up the right save? And I kind of panicked a bit, and I did a nice little run down Hindley Street to get back here and just check. And thankfully, I've got it all set up. We're good to go. Harry, what are you doing, mate? Shoot the bird.
This is not a dream. What's happening to this place?
So the game won't let us leave until we pick up the knife, the map, the flash... Oh no, we've already got the flashlight. The radio. And I picked up the 2 extra health items as well, just for the sake of, you know, it being a run at ASM, everything is going to go wrong. So usually when you start on any other difficulty, any other ending, you would bang a right here and head towards the alleyway, but because we're doing a UFO ending, we've got to pick up the channeling stone from the 811 store, which is thankfully just across the road. If I don't run into that Volvo. So you might remember me doing this 2 years ago in 2022. I did a run here at ASM as well for Silent Hill, and I think we did the good ending, and it was an absolute amazing time. I've also attended last year and 2019 as well. I've had an absolute great time coming to these events and both partaking and watching everyone come together and play games. So pretty much at the start here, you're going to be collecting 3 keys. They are a little reference to the Wizard of Oz, based on their name. And that's going to get us, turn around, to get us through the house with the doghouse key, pretty much. A little bit further on, you'll see that in a bit. With the any donations as well, feel free to just cut me off any time. It's going to be a lot of running through streets, so...
Righto, I've got a couple here. We've got one from that generous fellow Anonymous who would like to keep silent as usual for $15. We also have $100 from Kudos saying late dono would have picked good ending to make Iceman's life hard.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the good ending is definitely by far the most frustrating to do. There's not a whole lot that changes, but it does require you to kill Sybil as a boss fight, which just requires a little bit more ammo and a little bit more time into the run. Same with the side quest. There's a lot of running at the start of this game. Well, the whole game is just running, let's be honest. Every game speedrunning is running. And with the added difficulty, because with every playthrough that you go through, you have to... the game ups the difficulty on the second playthrough, so being a UFO ending, we're forced to play on at least normal. It increases the amount of enemies that can spawn, which can make a little frustrating moments, especially in the tight hallways of like the school and hospital later. But you'll find, if you ever run this game, the school is by far the most annoying to learn, only because of the enemy placement. They just grab you and there's nothing you can really do, you just take guaranteed damage. So right now we're running over to grab a piece of paper that's going to tell us that there's a doghouse on 11th Street. The game won't let you continue until you pick up this piece of paper, which I almost just ran past. Incidentally, if you don't pick it up and then come to this doghouse here, it will say something like, oh, there's a doghouse, it's a bit strange though, because there doesn't seem to be any dogs around here. And there's a picture somewhere of literally that happening while getting attacked by the dog. As he's like, oh, doesn't seem to be any dogs around here. So going through this door here, we're going to enter the first time of it kind of entering the night zone of Silent Hill. Being the next fear, or UFO ending, we've managed to skip the alleyway at the very start of the game, which a lot of people are probably used to. So that only happens when it's your second playthrough. You just, as soon as you press start, you just go straight to the cafe. Now what I did there was, you can turn your flashlight off and it stops the enemies from being able to see you. But I feel like a run where it's just pitch black isn't as entertaining, so I'm going to try and keep the light on for as long as possible during this run, just to add it a bit more. So coming up, we've got our first major area, is the Midwich Elementary School. For those that have never seen or heard or watched any videos based on this school, you'll notice that it looks exactly... I forgot the name of the movie. The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger going to... as a undercover cop. Is that the name? I've forgotten the name of the movie. Help me. That's the one. It is in the... I just said it. So you'll find a lot of architecture and posters, and even the first aid box just completely ripped from the movie in this elementary school here. Another little problem you're going to see as well is if Harry takes about 8 or 9 steps while running, if I don't slow him down before a door, he's just going to crash straight into it, and we're going to lose like a second each time. Hopefully I'm in the right spot for this. So ordinarily you'll probably go to the reception at the bottom floor, and you'd find this little puzzle that goes, you got to find the gold medallion at this time, and the silver medallion around around music and stuff. We already know where we're going. Harry's been here before, and pretty much we're just going to be running through all these amazing puzzles that are a lot of fun to solve. That there is Harry running into a door because I forgot to slow down. You can angle yourself and avoid that. It's just a little irritating to do sometimes. Oh no! I ran straight into him. No. So that is the first major puzzle done. We didn't even have to read the whiteboard, or the chalkboard, sorry. I forgot to turn the light off. Oh no, good. Ran past them. Usually you have to turn the light off before leaving that room to avoid them grabbing you. And I just got lucky.
Alright, if I come in with a couple donations.
Yeah, go for it.
We got $40 from SheWolf0777. Losing both my parents to rare cancer. Your organization means a lot. Thank you all for what you're doing. Keep raising money for cure cancer. We also have $30 from Pib1197. Good luck, ICEMAN. Smiley face.
Thank you for... No! Both of those. Yeah, it is a wonderful cause every year. ASM, and it's not just ASM as well. They also host one in PAX Melbourne and a couple other small ones here and there as well. It's amazing what everyone comes together and does for this community. That is not good. I am in danger. I'm close to it. So that is the first part of the school done. We can head through here and we'll get to do it all over again, just in the Hell World. So we'll have our first use of the channeling stone for the UFO ending coming up on the roof. There are 5 places that you have to use it. That's amazing, Harry. There are cards there. Congratulations. You have to use it on the roof of the school, the hospital courtyard just before the float stinger boss fight, the motel car park, boathouse, and then on top of the lighthouse to complete the run. That's... Gotta use that later, Harry. So we're gonna grab the shotgun here. It's an essential item for this run. It is an absolute powerhouse as long as you're standing right next to the enemy that you want to shoot. So we have to collect a few items here. There's a pink bouncy ball that is required. An absolute essential item as well in Silent Hill. We need to grab 2 keys, the library reserve key and the classroom key. And then we can head on down to the boss arena where there'll be another puzzle to do. So we'll go up and do the roof first. I don't actually know if there's a difference in speed whether you do the roof first or the second floor first, but at most you might be saving like 2 seconds either way. So we'll use the channeling stone here first time.
What?
It's alright, Harry, it's just a light, no stress. I've gone the wrong way. Now, you can't actually interact with this drain until you inspect the little hole over here and go like, oh wow, there's a key. Before that, Harry does not want to touch it at all. And similar to like the doghouse, you kind of just have to trigger that that little like flag in the programming just to get it rolling. Wonderful. So it's now sent the classroom key down to the courtyard. We'll grab that later. Go on, Harry. So we're going to navigate the classrooms here and grab the library reserve key from the lockers. Grab the shotgun shells on the way. Boo. Absolutely terrifying 25 years ago. Today it is comical. So now we've got all the items we can head on to. That is not the right way. We can head around the other side of the second floor. Now we needed to get downstairs, but the only staircase in the school that lets us down into the basement in the bottom right corner, which would also help if I stop running into people. But to do that, you have to just navigate this little labyrinth of classrooms and schools and obtain the... I haven't gone downstairs to grab the classroom key. That is my fault. I've made an oopsie, but it's no stress. Because it's just here. Alrighty. So we'll be coming up on our first boss, just down the basement of the school. Its name is Split Head. And there's a little article you can find that kind of tells you how to defeat it. But essentially you just need to weaken it enough to allow it to open its mouth, and then you got to get a couple of direct hits into its mouth to finish it off. Doing a knife-only run of this game was a lot of fun, but that boss fight in particular was not so much, because if you do get eaten by him, it's a one-hit kill. I'm going to go over here and grab the ampule, sorry, just for the sake of the run, because I know that my track record running games at ASM, something always goes wrong, so I'm going to prepare myself at absolute all cases. Oops. Wonderful. So I'll equip the shotgun, and we'll head on down and get our first boss. I'll probably also heal, because I can feel the controller vibrating. Overall, it isn't too difficult, the boss fight. You just pretty much aim and walk backwards, but if you get yourself cornered, you can die pretty easily. Or run straight into it. That is the first boss done. So Harry's going to wake up from this, what he feels to be a nightmare. And we're going to be just back in the basement. All of a sudden there'll be a key. We can head on over to the church, because he's like, oh, I hear some bells. Let's go there. Now we won't get to actually see the cutscene. I will be skipping it, but the church has the most interesting character of any game I've ever played. Her name is Dahlia, and she always just rocks up at random moments throughout the game to update Harry on information he has no idea about. If you ever I'll start again. If you ever end up wanting to run this game or start playing it yourself, you'll notice that even during the loading screens there, when you enter doors, you can actually manipulate Harry's positioning. So while the screen is still black, you can hold left or right, and Harry will turn and face that way as the screen fades back in. Just a little helpful thing to navigate, especially the hallways. So like there, for example, I'd go through the gate, and I was already facing diagonally as soon as it comes out because I was just holding to the right. Oh, Harry. Buddy. The game is quite interesting in a way with the radio as well. So all the crackling and alarm sounds you hear as monsters approach. Don't hit me, please don't do it. It's not worth it. Oh. Basically, just kind of giving you a bit of a warning that hey, there's something around, but obviously you can't see it. And later on, when we enter into the sewer. Being an old AM radio, of course, underground, it doesn't work, and all of a sudden everything's dark and silent, and when the monsters approach, you won't actually hear the radio going off, which is a nice little detail that they've added. So here's the church. Alright, the church is done, we can leave. So we can grab the drawbridge key and head on over. If you're on New Game Plus, which we are, but I won't do it because it's going to kill a lot of time, you can grab the jerry can in the server on the right here, and then you can head either back the way we just came or in the drawbridge storage room. You can either grab the chainsaw or the rock drill, just as a New Game Plus item that you can enjoy using. Both pretty useless, but just a nice way to go through the game, I guess. The chainsaw's not too bad. You can kind of just walk around and it's just constantly active. The enemies will run into you and die just instantly.
Mind if I get a quick donation out?
Yeah, go for it.
We have $15 from Mum, who says, no comment. We also have $20 from Tom, who says, thanks for keeping the light... Oh, sorry. Thanks for keeping the flashlight on.
You're most welcome. Yeah, as a last-minute idea, my mother and brother are in the audience, along with some of my friends. We've all come here today. She was messaging me literally 2 minutes before I was about to start my run, and still walking in, so she's just made it. I can hear a washing machine in the background too. It's nice. So yeah, once we were during the cutscene we skipped, Dahlia's like, yeah, make haste to the hospital. So that's what we're doing. We're just going to follow her orders blindly because, I don't know, Harry feels like it. The hospital's the next main area of the game, and you'll find that we end up coming back here quite a lot during the game. Another character we're going to be skipping here is Michael Kaufman. An absolute odd unit, to be completely honest with you. But if you do the good or good plus ending, you'll find that there's like a little side quest in the resort area. You kind of save him and then all of a sudden you discover that he's kind of the person peddling drugs throughout the entire town of Silent Hill. And when you find out that he's got a bottle of Aglophidus in his motorbike, he gets really angry with Harry. We won't be seeing that, but it is absolutely comical. So on the next 2 doors here, you'd usually grab the bottle and the Aglophidus off the floor. We won't have to do that here on this run, but I almost did, just completely out of habit. So the start of the hospital is just that, pretty much. You pick up a key, turn the generator on and use the elevator. You'll find that out of the 3 floors that you can pick from, floor 2, the door is locked. But that's okay, we can go to floor 3. And on floor 3 as well, Harry doesn't know it yet, but he's about to, the door is also locked. And similar to the doghouse key and the piece of paper, you have to check these doors before, lo and behold, there was a 4th floor this whole time. It's going to give us a cutscene of Alessa walking into the antique store. We're going to skip it, along with every other cutscene, because we're doing a speedrun. Now, every door on floor 4 is locked, except for the main door to get back to the staircase. But you'll notice that the environment has kind of swapped over to the Hell World. Or Otherworld is another way to call it. The pathing for the hospital was a bit to memorize. First time I was learning. Because there's a lot of doors and items that you need to pick up. So you need these 4 plates. Scary. You also need disinfecting alcohol, this little blood pouch, lighter, basement storeroom key. There's a lot of stuff that you have to collect throughout the hospital, and definitely can be the most confusing to go through that and the final area, of course. That's pretty much everything for the 3rd floor. We're going to head down to the 1st one because the 2nd floor is locked at the moment. We only need 1 item here. It's a red plate. It'll be on the door next to where the doctor is. If I can path correctly. So we'll take the staircase up to the 2nd floor. Pick up 1 more plate, 1 more item, and then we'll be able to do the puzzle. Grab the lighter. Good, Harry. No. Oh, that was close. So we grab the blood pack for this 3 tentacles coming out of the wall. It allows us to grab the green plate. There's another fun little interesting puzzle that involves a piece of paper on the side. It basically kind of just tells you a story with colours involved. Well, like for example, it'll be like, oh, the dandelion came after this, and you kind of piece it together to figure out that, like, oh yeah, this is the order the colours should go in. So we're going to kill this nurse here. Let us through. No, let us through. Thank you. You don't have to kill a lot of things in this run, which is a little handy. Oh no, what am I doing? Which can be quite handy. Off the top of my head, I think it's like 2 nurses and then 4 bosses. To which we're going to be skipping one of the bosses anyway. Or 2 of them. So we can head down to the basement. And straight into the storeroom. So Harry's about to commit a bit of arson here. He's desperate, he wants to find his daughter. Which I have to remind people that that is the plot. We're just trying to find our daughter here at this point. Wonderful.
What's this?
So he finds a photo frame of Alessa. He's a little confused because it looks a lot like his daughter. Which we'll find out later. Well, we're not going to because I'm going to skip it, but we're going to find out later that 8 or so years ago, Alessa split her soul into 2, which then resulted in his daughter Cheryl. And now coming and reuniting them together is basically what's happening during the game. A lot of the where am I going? A lot of the information in this game, lore-wise, can be found in optional newspapers and whiteboards you can read. You can get the bulk of it through the cutscenes, but there's a lot of hidden details that you can find if you just explore enough, which is an interesting way to do it. So that is pretty much good swing. That is pretty much the hospital done. We're about to bump into Lisa. I find that everyone who knows or plays this game absolutely loves Lisa. Just this friendly little nurse that wants peace. Dahlia's also going to rock up as well. She's going to be like, oh, well, you know, time to head to the other church.
Was I dreaming?
You sure were, Harry. It is very common to forget this key. I've done it. I think everyone who's run this game has forgotten this key once in their life. Run all the way to the antique store, only for the thing to be locked. Oh yeah, Dahlia rocks up. She's like, oh, quick, head to the other hospital. Leaves the key, and then she kind of just disappears. We won't see her for a little bit. So we're going to be doing our first and only glitch for the run in the antique store. Saves like 1 minute and 20 seconds if I don't spend 1 minute and 20 seconds doing it. Yeah, kind of have to position yourself almost pixel perfect on the edge of the stairs and allow the romper to kind of push you down. It's a little bit easier if you're kind of like walking into the wall at the time. And pretty much what you want to happen is have the romper push you down. You'll hear kind of like the noises of him eating Harry as the screen fades to black, and then that way we can clip through the door and skip the lava boss. Or worm, or caterpillar, I guess. I can't remember the actual name of it. But it can be quite infuriating to set up. So Harry's going to push another cabinet. Just, why not? Discovers a hole, and Sybil is going to appear. They, what have I done? They pretty much just discuss like, oh hey, I just found this hole, I'm going to investigate. And Harry's adamant that he wants to be the one to investigate it. So he does. Sybil talks about people peddling drugs in the city, and that's about it. We move on to the other church, which we just saw. Was I dreaming? So, what we're going to do is we're going to run up the stairs, aggravate the romper, position ourselves, and hopefully get a first go. 2 years ago when I did this run, I got it on the 4th attempt. I was happy, I was satisfied. If it takes me more than 4, I don't have the health for that, and so we're just going to go and kill the worm instead. We got it first go. I am absolutely satisfied with that. So, the interior staircase there is also loaded into the roof of the building across from the hospital. So we're just going to run dead straight. You don't want to move at all, just dead straight, and Harry's just going to plummet down. And we've skipped the boss and gone straight back to the hospital. Oh, that's right, we're down here. So we can't actually fight... Whoa. We can't actually fight the float stinger just yet because we've got to trigger this cutscene. So we're just going to run back and chat with Lisa. And then just as soon as I leave the front door here, we're going to use the channeling stone for the second time.
What?
UFO's doing burnouts in the sky. So the float stinger is the only enemy, to my recollection, that has iframes after you shoot it. So you don't want to just dump all your ammunition into it. You kind of just want to shoot and then like move and then shoot, pretty much. Because you'll find that like if you just completely unload into it, only maybe 30% of your shots actually do damage. Nice. There we go. That is the second boss done. So I can feel the controller vibrating. Harry is on caution. I've only got one healing item left, but it should be enough to get us through to the UFO ending. The game was nice enough to give us a skip as soon as I start to cross the bridge here. It's just going to take us straight to the school again, where the sewer is. Save us a little bit of time of traversing through those houses and alleyways. Because of the cutscene that I skipped a little earlier with Lisa, she's like, oh, well, the road's blocked, but you can take the waterworks. And so, again, Harry's just going to follow orders blindly and keep going. So investigate the lock before you start unloading your ammunition into it like I've done in the past, because it won't do anything until you do. And now we're down into the sewers. It can be a little tricky It can be a little tricky to navigate the sewers for your first time. Apparently for me as well. And the map for these sewers is like halfway through. So your first motion is pretty much just running around blindly until you can kind of find the right spot. And again, like I mentioned earlier, the radio doesn't work down here, just like it would in real life with an AM radio underground. So there's just going to be a bunch of monsters coming out of the darkness to swing at Harry. I'm going to hopefully avoid all of them, minus one. On the journey back, there's one that kind of just sits in like a narrow part like there. I don't have a lot of nice feelings towards him, 'cause he always hits me.
Could I get a couple of donations?
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, we have $15 from Fraser saying, love your work, King. We have $15 from Donna from work. I still hate horror, but it's for a good cause. Enjoy your gaming and speedrunning. And we also have $15 from the mods with no comment.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, don't hit me. Oh, he still did it anyway. I asked him not to. I went to work today. Nice little 9 to 5, and we had like a little small, like little team meeting at the start. I was just like, oh, if anyone's not doing anything tonight, you should tune in. So it's good to see some people have come around and joined. Where am I going? So we're almost through the sewers. There would be a second sewer later on. We won't have to visit it, thankfully. It's not as bad as this one. I didn't mention it earlier either. For those of you that have played this before and undoubtedly played it on the PAL version, no worries, Chief. You would have been... I am making a mess of the sewers. You would have noticed that back in the school, the enemies were different to what you probably would have remembered. I believe when the game was being made, Germany and Australia had a bit of a problem with grey children with knives, so the PAL copies got huggable, lovable bears with claws instead. If this was a like a good or a bad ending run, they put one in the American copy, which is what I'm playing today, but it's in the second sewers. So we're just going to turn around and run away. They set up this like nice trap. It worked, never mind. They set up this nice trap and Harry's just going to leg it. Cool. And that is the sewers done. We can get out of here. We're going to climb the ladder and into the resort area. Usually this would be like where you'd figure out if you're doing the bad or the good ending. We don't have to do much here. We just have to go into a car park to use the chain link stone, and then we can pretty much just leave. It's an entirely optional area. You find that the more you explore, the more puzzles and kind of... well, I'm not sure if they're puzzles really, but like a little riddles you can find. Eventually, if you explore long enough, you'll find your way into Annie's bar, and you'll see Kaufman getting attacked. I'm taking the long way, I don't know why. You'll see Kaufman getting attacked, Harry saves him, and then he drops like a key and a little receipt to the Indian runner, and yeah, naturally you kind of just explore that. And kind of one thing leads to another, and all of a sudden you're like, oh wow, I just made Kaufman angry. So should be able to just use it here.
What?
Fancy. So that is the third time. We've only got 2 more places to use it, and the run will come to a conclusion. What am I doing? Going the complete wrong way. No, don't do it. Gonna head to the boathouse. There'll be a small cutscene, and then we just use it inside of the boathouse, and then we're going to make the gauntlet run through the docks to the lighthouse, and that'll be pretty much where the run will come to its end. If this is far too far ahead of time because of the UFO ending, I do have a save to just continue on if need be. Alright, so we can say goodbye to the regular world. We're going to be stuck in the hell world for the remainder of the game. Now, when you play like easy mode, or all runs other than UFO are done on easy difficulty. Don't do it, it's not worth it. All runs are done on easy mode, and running through the docks here is relatively easy. If you ever find yourself playing on hard mode, it is a complete change. They just throw 4 or 5 enemies at you at a time here. And the PS1 can only really render like 2.5, so you're going to be running at about like 10 FPS the entire time. Sybil.
Sybil. What?
Wonderful. So whenever you do like a run of this game, all of it's done by in-game timer, which you'll find after the credits. As for calling time RTA, I have no idea with the UFO run, so I'm just going to do it with the last input. I'll prepare when that's coming up. Or even on normal difficulty, my PS1's absolutely dying here. Awesome. No! Just open the door, Harry. That's all you gotta do, buddy. So you get this amazing camera angle here, and it absolutely looks lovely going up the circular staircase. Harry's turning circle, however, doesn't match the staircase, so he kind of just runs into the wall. So my last input will be coming up here as soon as I use the channeling stone. I'll let the cutscene play out, of course, when I do so. So I guess 3, 2, 1. That'll be my last input, and
What?
we'll call that time there. Yeah. So I set the estimate to 120 for all the other difficulty, other categories. UFOs are a lot shorter, and again, if we do have plenty of time, I have a save set up pretty much just after this if we want to continue. I'm not fussed. But that is the UFO ending there.
Sorry.
Let me ask you, have you seen a little girl around here? Short, black hair.
I'll let the credits roll out. They're not too long. But did we have enough time for me to finish it off? It's probably about 10 minutes left of the game. Awesome. I'll let the credits roll out. See the stats, and then we'll continue on. Stars. Resident Evil.
Well, I hate to interrupt this absolute bop, but we do have a $37 donation from Ryan asking which game has the most annoying dogs.
Dogs. Oh, I mean, can we say the... Oh, he's not really annoying though, but the dog at the end of Silent Hill 2 and the weird ending? Does that count? Otherwise, From Software dogs are definitely up there.
That's fair, that's fair. Those dogs are annoying. I would also like to let everyone know that in this run we have broken $25,000.
Ha. That is absolutely amazing. And there's the stats as well. 30 minutes and 4 seconds would be basically the recorded time for that. You'll notice that it is 20 minutes quicker than RTA. The game doesn't load... sorry, the game's timer stops after during any loading screen or cutscene, so that's why it's kind of that far out of whack. Now my save file is just a smidge on from there. So usually you'd go up the lighthouse, run back down, head through the sewer, pretty much give the Aglophidus to Sybil, and then you'd end up here. So it's just a smidge a little bit on the way, but it's good enough just to get us through until I kind of hit the estimate that I set for just in case we continued on and did like a bad or a good ending. So this is the last area of the game. It's titled Nowhere, and it's just a mix of all the other areas. It's also, well, other than the amusement park, it's the only area that doesn't have a map either. Both to really add that like fear factor of getting lost. That and you couldn't actually really draw a map of this area because everything kind of just doesn't make sense at all. Like the first floor has a door that just teleports you to the second floor. The antique store walls don't line up with the door next to it. This one? Not that one. This one. And pretty much you're just trying to find five keys. I think it's 5. Phaleg, Ophiel, Haggath, Aratron. We'll be able to see him. Key of Ophiel. You're pretty much just trying to find 4 different keys, 4 or 5 different keys, and they're all in puzzles and clearly doesn't say Ophiel on it. They're all locked behind either puzzles or things that you have to do. Like this one, for example, it's got signs that have numbers next to them. The symbols used are like your astrology star signs. And a lot of the people playing for the first time get like really confused on what the numbers mean until eventually it hits them that it's just the limbs of the item above. So for example, it's got 4 legs, so you just put the number 4. A simple puzzle that everyone tends to overthink and leaves them stumped for ages. Turn around, please. To the left is a list that goes like, oh hey, this is the Grim Reaper's list, put them in order of age. You find out that it spells the word alert. Dreaming. You can grab the first key item here for the final door, the Amulet of Solomon. I will skip it, but this is our last interaction with Lisa until she finds out that she's actually a parasite as well, which is very, very sad. There'll be matching music for it. So now we can put the Stone of Time into the correct room over here, which is, like we saw a little bit earlier, the antique store, as clearly ran through it quickly. Harry's going to pop the stone in, and he's going to like look clearly like right at the glass just as it explodes on his face. That would have hurt. But Harry's a trooper, he's going to keep going. We've got the Key of Haggath. It's the double doors down here. So the main layout is like the hospital, but each room that you enter is just a mix from places we've already visited. Floor 2, we'll come back to later. We're going to do floor 3 while we're here. Usually you would go to floor 2 first, grab the camera, and then you can come up here and take a photo of the painting, and it will tell you the shapes that you need to put in here. But Harry's been through Silent Hill before, he knows what he's doing. Oops. Kind of hesitated there. I was like, is it the left chair or the right one? I couldn't remember. The other door is useless in a run. It's only got a health item and the botany book, to which you need to explore and read all the other items before the game goes, hey, there's actually a book here you can read. You need to like visit the police station and read the newspaper there and the whiteboard and everything else in between. That's not the right one. That's not that one either. I'll tell you this one. This one. So grab the Crest of Mercury and the ring. It's probably got a fancier name than just the ring. Ring of Contract. Now we can run around and open up this door here. This door is going to teleport us back to the first floor. And we can use the birdcage key. Get the key of Phaleg. And we're just going to hit The room's on the right, pretty much. Now, if you don't put this little ring of contract on this tiny little chain, and you just go straight for the sword, as soon as you walk towards the door, a cutscene will play, and Harry's just going to get dragged away by tentacles. You just die. No warning, no nothing. You just die. You go straight back to your last save. Harry's feeling a bit peckish as well. Thankfully, he knows that there's a bag of jelly beans in here, so he's just going to hoe into them. 39 flavours. Oh, and you dropped them all, buddy. Key of Bethor. That's the one. Bethor. And there are 5 keys. That's awesome. I just remembered. Now we're going to grab this, like, Hank. I don't know what they call it. Oh, yeah, cool. They did call it. They've named a lot of things weirdly, so I thought it was named differently. But yeah, we're going to grab the Hank. And we're also going to turn the power off because the 5th key is... got like an electrical current running through it. So this is why the door that teleports you up and down floors is necessary, because with the power turned off, the elevator isn't going to work. I'm going to get grabbed here. Usually it's kind of like you turn the light off and hope for the best that you don't get grabbed, but this is the light on % run. And grab the key of Aratron, and we can make our way to the final rooms and then towards the final boss. That's not necessary. So this cutscene here will kind of tell you that like Michael Kaufman and Dahlia are kind of like working in cahoots with each other to organise this all. We're going to grab the disc of Ouroboros, kind of looks like an ashtray, and we're just going to chuck it straight into this door on the other side. So this is like an amalgamation of Alessa's room. And once we chuck in these 5 items here, yeah, we know, Chief. And yeah, once we chuck in these 5 items, the door will unlock. There'll be a little cutscene with Alessa and Dahlia, kind of like confirming that they are like mother and daughter, and then we just run down to the final boss. Twitch, do I have healing on this save? No, I don't, yeah, I do not. That's right. I shouldn't get hit. Pretty much what's going to happen is I'm going to take 4 steps forward. I'm going to wait till there's lightning around the boss, and I'm going to shoot the boss 4 times. If it takes 5, it's unfortunate. And then the boss will be dead. Oh, 5. Nice, and that would be time there if we were doing this run.
Cheryl!
Thank you, Daddy. Goodbye.
So this would have been bad plus ending. So I guess that $15, whoever put that there, we got the best of both worlds, UFO and bad plus.
This can't be happening. Cheryl! Cheryl!
Skip that one, thankfully. There'll be a little goof cutscene, and then it'll be like the stats of this save, and then we can pack it up if it's just assuming that's alright. Probably about a minute left. I can't skip this either, but Harry's gonna get slapped.
Harry. Go.
So we didn't get to see this with the UFO ending. It's just like a little blooper cutscene of each character. Check out all these characters that we missed when we're skipping these cutscenes. This is Dahlia, absolute weapon of a human. And we'll see what time I would have gotten last night when I set up the save. Shocking, but we'll do it. Yeah, that was Silent Hill. I've absolutely enjoyed the 4 times that I've come and played games at ASM, and the amount of times that I've sat here and watched either in person or on stream. Absolutely crazy that all these people come together and get this organised and working. It's amazing. Thank you to everyone that's put forward their time to get this working. Those that have donated, been here to watch and support everything and everyone's runs. I look forward to everyone's runs following mine. Make sure to get your crazy names for Plate Up at 9 AM tomorrow morning, because I know I've put mine in there. But yeah, thank you very much for having me on here. I've had a lot of fun. Thank you.
Alright, that was ICEMAN running Silent Hill. Up next we have Metro running Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, any percent new game, Monk. We also have a $15 donation from Anonymous with no comment.
chop, lock. Duck, turn, jump, kick, pose. Chop, chop, punch, turn, lock. Kick, punch, chop, lock. Kick, kick. Punch, punch. Chop, chop. Lock, lock. Kick.
Right, so up next we have Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, any percent new game Monk, run by Metro. Take it away.